would agree to.
So, Nancy, and then Michael, I want to get you on this. Dersh is making the point that this was inartful by Giuliani, but when you look at the full interview of what he said to Chuck, it wasn't just inartful, if in fact it was, which it sounds like it was misleading. Giuliani told Chuck that, oh, nobody knew that they were part of the Russian government when they set up this meeting. That is just not true. Documents from the setup of that meeting that have since been released show they knew exactly who they were talking to. And First Read makes this point every step of the way. Even to this day, Team Trump has not told the truth about that Trump Tower meeting. If you were a judge, jury member, or the special counsel, what would you think?
Well, I think that the strategy that they've done has basically been to undermine institutions. So, Democrats on the Hill, the legal strategy, the Mueller investigation. I think that the undermining of the press is part of that, so that when the special report comes out, the president can claim, I know the truth, none of these other institutions do. And I think that that's just been sort of a huge part of the lead up to this, and something that they are doing sort of with much more frequency now that the investigation is moving along at a faster clip.
Michael, the president has made this comparison, and he called him a rat over the weekend, talking about John Dean, of course, the former White House counsel back during the Nixon days, somebody who did, when we talk about truth, right, told the truth, right, about Watergate, told the truth about what he knew, key witness for the prosecution during that, told Senate Intel, or Senate Committee and federal investigators Nixon was deeply involved in the cover-up, ended up serving 4 months in a federal safe house. Perceived by the president as a rat. Is that a tell, Michael, in your view?
No, the president has had a long-standing obsession with John Dean. He's talked about him a lot in the White House and, sort of obviously calling him a rat behind closed doors, now doing it publicly, but something that sort of concerned him. He always thought that Dean had sold out the president. What's interesting here and what I think the president's legal strategy is and what they're trying to show is that the president also does not need to go in and do the interview because they're going to say now that Mueller has McGahn. He has someone that was in the room that could speak to his mindset, that can give them the facts that they could get from the president. So why do you need to interview the president? The problem is that most legal experts will say that if you're Mueller and you're trying to find out whether the president had criminal intent when he took these actions, like firing Comey, then you really need to ask him, not just someone else who was there.
Michael.